Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today I decided to make a video to explain again the situation that we're in, and that is we're in a state of pandemic. And I want to bring some information that a lot of people will have hard time understanding. So whoever viewed this video, if you have a doctor, or if you have a doctor friend, or you have a family doctor, please let them watch this video. Okay, now what I'm going to say is that we are not in a state of pandemic. Why we are not in a state of pandemic? Because in order for a world to be in the state of pandemic, everybody have to have the same exact virus. But then again, that have to be proven. Now, to prove that everybody has the same virus, we have to have that virus to be isolated. To this point, to this day, virus of that kind is not isolated. And if that virus is not isolated, even if you enter the hospital sick, and if you request that they take specimen from you and send it to the lab to confirm what you have, what the lab is going to find, they're going to find that you have some kind of a viral DNA or RNA, I should say. But they will not know, because that RNA doesn't come with a tag. They cannot see it in the microscope what is the name of that virus, okay, of that viral RNA that they're going to find. So if with nothing to compare to what they found and what COVID-19 is, how can they tell you what do you have? And this is exactly why procedure of that kind is not being done. Whoever enters the hospital, they assume he has COVID-19, end of story. And I can guarantee you 99% of the people that enter the hospital don't have COVID-19. They have something else. I'm not saying that they are not sick. They do have something, but because now, just like after September 11, we were looking for Bin Laden. If it's not Bin Laden, we're going to worry about that guy later. So this virus is just like a Bin Laden. And in order for us to end this pandemic, we're going to have to make a big fuss around the fact that these scientists that are getting high pay for what they do, their job is to isolate the virus. Why? Because if they isolate the virus, when someone goes to the hospital, they can check what this guy has, they can compare it with, and they will say, this guy has COVID-19. Or this guy doesn't have a COVID-19, he has something else. And then they can go into the archive and they can find out what exactly he has. And when they start discovering that a lot of people entering the hospital have different diseases, this pandemic will be over. Because you cannot have the world to be in the state of pandemic because one guy has bronchial pneumonia, the other guy has double bronchial pneumonia. Another guy has a cold. Another guy has a flu. Another guy has all kinds of different diseases that people are suffering usually when the weather is getting freaky. One day is like hot, the other day is cold, or in the morning is cold and in the afternoon is hot, and hot, cold, people get sick. They don't necessarily get sick of the same exact thing. And once they isolate the virus, we will find out. Do they have the same virus? Well, that's going to bring confirmation to the statement. But until then, there is no confirmation, and there is no way anybody can find any of the truth. Okay? So the proper thing is we gonna have to get up and start asking the highest authority to do their job the right way. And the right way to the job to be done is to isolate the virus. Once they isolate the virus, hospitals and research laboratories will be provided with the specimen. And when somebody enter with a health problem, they can take a specimen and they can compare it and they can see what this guy has. Does he have the same thing as the previous guy or something else? Do you understand? That's the catch. That's how we can put the end of this pandemic. It's not gonna be with the experimental vaccine. It's not gonna be by going on the street with the rifles. No. The best thing that we can do is we can go and we can raise our voice, and we're gonna have to demand people to do their job that they're paid for. And those scientists with the big diploma, they're gonna have to isolate this virus and provide every hospital with a specimen. Okay? That's the key thing to end. Because everybody's asking, when is this pandemic going to end? When are we going to stop wearing a mask? Yeah, for as long as you're sitting on your butt doing nothing useful, this will always be like that. It will never change. Okay? For as long as they're like buyers for bullshit will be available on the market. Okay? Alright, you guys have a nice day. I'm gonna wrap this video. You listen to this video, and if you're not a doctor, but you know a doctor, pass it on. Hopefully this video will survive. Hopefully they're not gonna stop it up, because these people, they don't like much truth being told. Because anybody who said some useful information, his video gets whacked out. Okay, so I don't know if this video will survive. I will try to pass it on as a video to all my friends, and but that's not going to be enough. That's going to be like a very short circuit of people. Okay? All right. Take care.